Alright, hell yeah. So we're going to do a voiceover and we're going to cover a concept. So right here we're going to jump to the other side and then we're going to try to paddle to straighten this out, but it's almost impossible. And so paddling to straighten out a boat in a wave can be almost impossible. So here's what you want to do. You want to get onto this low side and pry. So right there in a big wave you really can't sit on that low side tube too much. But even like right now, I'm angling the boat so it actually kind of wants to go to that right side. You know what I mean? And so I'm going to pry it around. And then if you ever lose it, that's kind of a little bonus, is that it usually spins, like you'll do like a static spin fairly easily. Alright, so hell yeah. So right here, I'm going to capture this surf, and then so even right there, I'm going to pry it, and then I'm going to jump to the other side, and then, so I'm always going to jump to the side where I'm going to try to pry the turn around. And especially on this wave, it's a little bit lower flow, it puts my weight on the low side. So even just right there, like I'm on lower into the trough than if I was on the opposite tube. And the way the boat kind of bites too, and it just holds it in place so much better when you're prying to straighten out the boat. And this has been something I discovered just recently, especially on small waves, of like, hey, how do you stay on these tiny waves? It's like get into this pry-oriented spot. And hell yeah, we're going to look at one other clip. But over there on the right side, there's a hole. And so it always made me smiley face one way or another around this hole. And especially if I was on the higher side. And so just recently we've been working on being on the, so even just entering on the lower side. See how that enters on the lower side? And then I can easily square it around. And if I go back to that hole, I don't want to stay on that right side. I actually want to switch. So the hole that's in front of the screen on my boat, when I go over to it, hell yeah. And then again, static spins. Like when you do lose it, you usually just static spins. So right here I want to jump to the other side, which I do, and then I want to hold that. And then so I'm going to allow the bow of the boat to go up into that hole. And so this is the most stable position, and I honestly just didn't realize that. You know what I mean? Where I just thought you would want to be on the high side of the hole, but that hole will just spin you on the high side. So being on this low side and prying it around is a very stable position, allowing that bow to go up against the hole. And in the previous clip or moment to this, we did a static spin. And that's the cool thing about this. In these balanced positions, if the boat does get out of control, especially the other way, let's say the bow of the boat goes left, usually you'll be able to do a static spin, especially if it goes left, because I'll just be able to pry it around. But even if the bow comes, to the right and gets kicked out, I can usually, get my boat to turn, kind of do a static spin, because I'm already on the low side. So hell yeah, that kind of rounds out this video. But definitely the take-home point is to work on this technique on your offside as well as your onside.